who's doing the YouTube and others?
It's,
Okay, I'll open the door and let's see.
I got one issue, just a second. Stop the share briefly. Okay, there we go.
You have people listening from every corner of this planet. No knowledge has been dispersed so beautifully, so balanced across the planet, across this planet ever. Maybe in the universe. You have the full potential of achieving everything in the universe. There is no need and there is no reason for man not to achieve. So, wherever you are, the way I taught you to make the coils double coil inside, you have continuous equal gravitational magnetic field, and if you put CO2 on it, and you put zinc on it, you have connected the emotion of the man to it on a stable condition, and you'll find out you become a very peaceful man. Here, instead of having galaxies and universes and creating connection magnetically, we have used the matter state gravitational magnetic field strength to dominate and dictate the shape of the plasma. The nanotechnology, the nanomaterial which you have collectively developed in different ways, by caustic, by electric currents, by whatever, fire or whatever, has that advantage that the matter, the nano and the plasma is all the same. So connection is very solid, it's very strong. The power of the plasma technology, the way we have thought, is beyond imagination of the man. Now you can create and control the plasma, which is the mother of the creation of the universe. You are given the seed of the essence of the creation. The foundation does not belong to no one and is not made of one anymore. You are developing it. You are structuring it. And from today, we will be still the same. We'll still develop the technology in different names, in different colors, in different nationalities which they do not exist. It is beautiful when we see the Christian, the Muslims, the Jews, and every other belief are working together to build up systems. We have already become one faith. We already have become one nation, and we already have become one planet. You got to remember one thing. Dates is irrelevant. Today is the last day of the Christian calendar, or tomorrow is the beginning of another. One day is connected to another. We don't stop. We are working around the clock. The Keshe Foundation team is working irrespective of time, position, religion, country. And now we achieve what we set out for.
The Universal Council invites you to attend the One Planet, One Nation, One Race event in Rome on the 9th and 10th of September 2016. The Council looks forward to open interaction with the public at the event. Come interact with the Council in your spoken language. The Council encourages you to bring your positive suggestions and solutions to the table on how humanity can move forward as a whole towards everlasting peace. In this way, the work of the members of the Council will become the work of humanity for humanity. The full package price for a single ticket to the event includes 3-night stay in one of Rome's prestigious hotels, daily attendance to the event, as well as breakfast on the 9th through the 11th, and lunch and tea on the 9th and 10th. Accommodations for this package is based on double occupancy. The full package price for 2 tickets to the event includes 3-night stay in a twin-bed room in one of Rome's prestigious hotels, daily attendance to the event, as well as breakfast on the 9th through the 11th, and lunch and tea on the 9th and 10th. Additional night stay are offered at €150 per person per night. For those who wish to arrange their own accommodations and who plan on attending a single day of the event, the cost will be €200, which includes tea and lunch on the day of the event. For those who wish to arrange their own accommodations and who plan on attending both days of the event, the cost will be €400, which includes tea and lunch on the day of the event. The One Planet, One Nation, One Race event in Rome. Come share your positive solutions on how we can work together to bring everlasting peace to our world.
Welcome everyone to the 129th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. It's Friday, August 12th, 2016, and this is a special presentation regarding the trip of Douglas to Washington, D.C. to present the new MagRav generator. So we'll have Mr. Keshe talk about that and other things right away here, I believe. Mr. Keshe, are you available there?
Yes, good morning, good day to you all, as usual, wherever and whenever you listen to these knowledge seekers workshops. We have spread the knowledge long enough and deep enough that now we are taking the steps to share the knowledge in a practical way. You have to understand why we made such a move. In the background, in past few weeks, we've been negotiating with different governments in delivery of the generators and in so many ways, delivery of the technology. We saw some technical deliberate delay through the Chinese operation of the Keshe Foundation, which was made by the people who were put in charge to serve the foundation, but they used it to collaborate with the people inside the Beijing government to delay the delivery with any shape or form that they could be happy with. We started negotiation directly with people in American structure, and the complication got to a point that the White House wanted people like Yale University and MIT to look and then do this. We saw a delay tactic again being played, and this gave us the position as we've done before. We give the government the first chance. We gave the USB stick with the patents 2 years ahead to the governments, and they did nothing with it till we opened the key, and all of us step by step developed the technology in a different way. We did the MagRav units and the rest as one nation. To us, these kind of delay tactics and techniques used is a waste of time. So in final position, we done exactly what we've done before, and this step you see taken now is part, as you've seen, of our work. We gave the governments a chance. We gave the governments a very good chance. But we've seen the same technique and tactics to delay, They have units, they disclaim it, and then they say it work. It does not. We need more, and need more and more. It gives them to their securities and instructions to deliver more, to attack each other, and the rest of it. In this way, what I've done today, or the way we started the procedure, is that we don't rely on the governments anymore. For us to go to Washington is putting face to face the public and their governments in making a decision. We're not talking, we have a unit, we have a structure, we have the physical material to get ourselves free of your control. In the next few days, in the coming weeks, this will be repeated across the planet. We will build, we'll teach certain specific groups we trust to build very rapidly these plasma energy unit and deliver it to the offices the same as you do. London, Paris, Tokyo, Beijing. One by one, we deliver to the government. Meanwhile, is for us to be correct. We are not confronting national governments. We are establishing one nation structure. We have given enough opportunities for those to govern, or call themselves government, to govern according to the old ethos. And now we change the plan, we change the structure. We as one race, one planet, deliver the totality to human being. This presentation in Washington is the beginning of the establishment of one, what I call council. Is us dictating governments of the world, as you call it, to follow. We do not, from this point on, allow them to dictate what they want to see, as we deliver what we have to, and let the people dictate the course of their district, whatever you call countries. This is the first move for us to stand as one nation, as one race, to tell a new structure has come in. Everything is free. We are not there to deliver to the President of the United States a unit. We are there to explain, as a government, as one nation, we are here to serve humanity, and we are here to deliver. It's a very, very, very big difference. We know President Obama will not be in the office till the 21st. He's on his summer occasions. We know it's the same with the Vice President. We are declaring a point that we, as one nation, dictating our own terms, our own stand, our own technology, our own currency of balance exchange, our own everything, which makes us independent of what the old structure has stand for. This is what the purpose of this is. It's not that we are going to see a president. We are going to say to President, your term is over. Not in 2 months' time, in November, but terms of those who call themselves world leaders to abuse is over. We're a standing point that we are the new law. We are the new structure, and we work correct, we share correct, we give correct, and in return we expect the same. I carry this through on one understanding, that we're here to make the change, and this is the change. Energy was the biggest problem. Health, if we get sick, we look at the health aspects of the technology. Travel, if we like to travel, we are interested in space, space becomes something interesting for us. But energy and food is sacrosanct to all of us. It's a cornerstone of our life, especially in the modern life. So I picked up on the energy, This is not something new. We last year gave the governments the Maghreb unit to do something with energy in exchange for peace. Rome Conference was the beginning. 1 year, they've done nothing except blocking and everything else. 12 months down the line, we take over. This is the structure of the new government. The new way to work as one nation, one planet, one race. And in a way, you don't go and make declaration to the smallest. You stand in front of the strongest and declare your position. White House is the center point of field of strength, diplomatic, financial, around the world. So you have to understand, we are taking a very big step. Not only bringing the unit, we are bringing in a new way of thinking. We deliver, not the White House. We deliver the one energy unit. We deliver the gold, we deliver the new structure, financial structure. No one needs to work to survive. No one needs a passport to travel. No one needs to be told what to eat, how genetically is modified for us to control you. I said this to somebody and he said, you have to explain it. With this technology, what we have given the man is the freedom of the birds. Birds do not show passport when they cross borders. They are not told what to eat. And the energy of their life comes from the sun as they travel. With this technology, we made a bird out of the man, free. No need for passports. Dogs don't need passports, cats don't need passports, cows don't need passports when they cross borders. Why should a man? We are one nation. You don't carry passports in one nation because you don't go outside it. And in space, there are no borders, so nobody will ask you, can you show us your passport? In so many ways, this move is the first structure of standing as one nation. And this is what is important. Not going to Washington, not taking the unit to the White House, but standing as a new one nation structure. We share and we take charge of the humanity, not just one nation, America or whatever it is called. This is the stand of the leadership. You only can lead when you can deliver and you can protect. We lead because we can deliver and we can protect. In the coming weeks, to change the structure of million years of orders will not be easy. Opposition will be rife, attack on us will be very heavy, and one of the reasons I chose such a short notice, and especially running to weekend, is because I chose this day months ago. It's summer holiday. The oppositions are all on the free run. All the money they stole during the year, now they spend in the most expensive hotels and whatever around the world. There is no central government intact working in any of the world leading organizations. What they call national governments are in a sleep summer mode. It's the best time to attack. It's the best time to release. When your partners are strong and active, and those who want to keep the structure are in a sleep mode. Secondly, I chose the date very rapidly to yesterday to be by Saturday, Sunday, because it does not give them time to gather opposition. Everything we do in the next 3 days is well pre-calculated. To be able to run as one nation, you need to be aware of all aspects, and that's my job. This is why I hand this over to 6 knowledgeable people in the world of science, that the science will dictate the condition of the structure of the One Nation Committee. Not through politics, because they don't have to look for financing, they don't look for wars or anything else. Their objective will be how to make life easier for human race. And this is what we do. Energy, food and material in next few weeks will be continuously released around the world. Those are who close to the foundation, they know. As I said, we are working on a pocket-sized energy pack unit, 2 to 3 kilowatt. Once we can complete that, even the unit which is on the table we are offering on Sunday to public will be in a way obsolete, but it's the way, it is how it works. Develop the technology. So try to make as many people as possible to Washington. Use all medias possible, that they can for the first time to see a unit which frees them from the shackles of what I call energy. And being free from energy, you become free from being tied up to cities. One of the reasons we are tied up to pay such a heavy rates and rents and be controlled is accessibility to water and electricity. Accessibility to food. If you go back to my talks years ago, I wrote an article that it said skyscrapers in Tokyo and Washington and New York and London will be empty, as people will not pay these extortionate prices to live, to have access to water, to electricity and to food. And as we make these essential lives free, men do not need to be a slave to work and to be told 2 weeks a year we allow you to spend time for yourself, the rest you're a slave to us. In the future, this move we're doing now will be very apparent. This is the pivotal point of change of history. Freedom of man from every aspect. In the coming days, I will teach more and more how to generate water, how to create water conditioning, that you do not need to worry about if your water is contaminated or not. It's got fluoride or something else in it. You don't need to worry about the food if it has got anything else to it. We have worked as a team for long enough. Now it's time to deliver. And we don't go and meet in the back of cafes to show a new technology. We're going to the White House, the most powerful point on this planet at this point of time in the history of man, that everyone is looking up to. We deliver. If Obama is there to accept it, it means he's cared for his nation. He's informed we are on the move. Everybody knows. And on the other hand, if anything happens on the way and in the next few days, we will release the technology in such a rapid way that paralyzes the whole of Western economy. Don't make a threat. Never made a threat. I'm making a statement. And the statement comes out of the strength of the knowledge. 14th of August is the turning point for humanity, where for the first time the One Nation, as one planet, as one race, will show its literally power. Energy in abundance. If you get your circuit sorted out, 100 kilowatt is no dream. You don't have to worry about the electricity bill or turn off the light and shiver at night that I cannot pay the electricity board. Water cannot be taxed because you convert the moisture. government asks you to pay us, no problem. I only carry gold. How much would you like? I work for myself. I take gold out of the energy of the space of the universe, not from mine. I don't need a license. Understand one thing fully. We are not rebelling. We are delivering a deliverance of peace through new knowledge, new ways, and we will see a lot of attacks on us in next coming days. When they wake up and they see what's happening, in the next 2 or 3 months, I see oil at between $8 to $10 a barrel. In the next 12 months, you see a lot of empty fuel stations. People will not tank. In the coming months, one after one, nuclear power generators will be slowing down and shut down. We see most of the gas power stations, fuel power stations will shut down one after another, as there is no need for. We've seen this before. If you lived, let's say in London 20 years ago, when they nationalized the telephone, what is called British Telecom, BT, they had a field day. At every corner of every city, they put 1, 2, and 3, and 4 telephone for people to use. Those days it used to be coin, then became card. But by delivering the cellular phone, all these telephones became useless. Standing nowhere. Never being even paying for their line to be connected. It's a new technology. We changed the old, and we are delivering a new technology. There is no need for power stations. There is no need for nuclear stations. I see countries like France and Germany will go totally opposite the work we're doing. France, 85% energy comes from nuclear. These nuclear power stations cost a lot of money to run. These power stations cost now a lot to dismantle. Huge amount, burden which then bankrupts the nation. We've seen that happening in England when they closed 2 or 3 nuclear power stations. Germany will follow the same. US nuclear power stations will shut down one after another. You got to realize one thing. If 1 million people take off 3 to 5 kilowatt off the grid, and then 10 million, you will see very quickly the generators become useless. This is where the African nations will win. They did not invest. Now they have the freedom, equal basis, while the West is paying for the burden of the loans for Africans to grow. This technology is to bring balance from the ones who've been stolen. In a way, by the time the ones who stolen now they are paying back for what they robbed, the other ones catch up very quickly. So please join us online in Washington. We're trying to get Caroline to be there in Washington if we can. So one of us, as she represents us in Dubai, will be present in Washington if we can get her through. In so many ways, it's us who starts the change, not waiting for the change to come. We are still working in the Background Innovation Center to make it more compact, much easier, that when we release the blueprint, we don't need to adjust it more and more. We're trying to summarize as much as possible, that by the time is released, people can go, connect their Maggrav system, add a few pieces, and see the operation. There are a lot of people who ask, how can we pay for the fuel, or how can we support for people to go? I have paid through the foundation for the expenses of Douglas. The foundation is supporting his work. If you want to make donation, just go as usual to the Keshe Foundation Bank, get donation. Would do not look for, this is the channel we always use. There are those of you who want to be there. The roadmap will be explained in a few minutes. There are those of you who want to be able to support, to inform the newspapers in US and across the world. All the details will be there. We have made a banner brochure for this on the internet. It will be released. Our security team in the background are working to make accessibility to Washington if it can be done. The whole structure is not us as Keshe Foundation, is us as one nation that from today set up the course for humanity. Not because we talk, but because we have the technology to do, and by doing it, we deliver our condition and position where we are. You see, this is a picture of the banner. I'm going to silence and let the rest of the team to explain how and where and the route. Vince, would you like to take over and explain to us, please?
Mr. Keshe, I was going to ask if it's okay to show the PDF we have of the path, Douglas's path to the White House, showing the different stopovers and times and so on.
Yes, it's going to be done step by step. Let Vince take over to explain to us where they can find the route, and then we go into the route and Douglas can speak on the rest. Thanks very much. Vince, you ready? Hello. He's in the background doing something. Hello. Vince, are you there? We can't get him.
I have the path, Mr. Keshe. If you want, I can show on my own screen.
The path on and let Douglas explain, because he's routing and he can explain everything. Okay, can you share please with us?
Yes.
Douglas, would you like to take over?
Good morning, everyone. How is everybody? I'm trying to move things out of my desk here. Coils everywhere. This is what we have compiled together thus far. I live a little further west of St. Louis, but this is the closest major city. We will try to meet at the one meeting location will be at the first one actually will be at the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. The address is above.
Can you read it that people?
Yes, sure. The address is 100 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63102 in the United States. We're going to depart from my location here in Southwest Missouri probably sometime early in the morning, 2 a.m., a little later, depending. It's a 6.5 to 7 hour drive from where I'm at to the Arch in St. Louis. So we will arrive and meet up there, and with whoever is wanting to join in from this central location. There will be a place that we will gather and meet for a little while, and head out from there to the next location, which I believe next page there's coming up. You can see the pavilion down below the arch where the circle is. This is the gathered, proposed as of now, gathering location for us all to meet. If like I said, those who want to join at that particular location. Then we'll be departing on to Indiana in around 10 a.m. The times aren't set in concrete, so this is just a rough draft. 4 hours of driving to Indiana will have us arriving there at about 3 p.m. And depart Indiana based on our preference to reach the next destination, which would be the Post Shopping Plaza in 2225 North Post Road, Indianapolis, Indiana 46219. You can see the map here. There's a Home Depot, a little shopping plaza, Family Dollar down a little further south, but this circle area here, the purple, is a parking lot that we can another meeting place for those that are in that general area that want to meet up there. We'll be able to meet up, and we'll be posting live too on Zoom, and Rick and those guys can inform you of all these things, technical terms I'm not very familiar with. We'll be on to our next location after this, which will be Columbus it'll be a rest stop, and we'll announce on that day if the meeting places decided. So we haven't come to a conclusion yet where to decide in Columbus. Like I said, this is a rough draft on the way through. We may just stop and have a rest break and drive on through. So Washington Mall is 6 hours from there. Now we'll arrive at the Washington Mall after about 10 p.m. and sleep until the morning, which will be Sunday. At 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we'll meet at the Eaton Park Restaurant Sunday morning at the address of 320 Oak Spring Road, Washington, Pennsylvania, 15301, United States. 8 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll depart for Washington, D.C. on Sunday. We will locate and hopefully meet up in large numbers is my hope for this at the George Washington University, which is another 5 hour drive. We'll arrive somewhere around 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in Washington University Yard together for a half an hour, and then go to the Lafayette Square to meet at 2:30 p.m. Address 2121. I don't know if that's an I, South Northwest Street, Washington, D.C. And
Yes.
you see the yard below there. Most of us call this a commons here in the United States, and in the college areas, the commons. So this is the courtyard here that we can meet at. And that's another drawing of the commons. This is the Lafayette Square, and 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, of course, is where the White House is. Address for the White House. And from there, we will kindly, peacefully meet in front of the White House, and with a peaceful, like I said, peaceful intention to deliver plasma energy in exchange for world peace. Where I will peacefully walk up and politely ask to be introduced, and what my intentions are and why I'm there. And hopefully, with the grace of God and a whole lot of ambition, the doors will be opened up, and we'll be greeted with love and kindness. So that's the plan, and it's like I said, this is not set in stone. We're still working on it, and this is a lot to put together in a couple days. the main intention is to show that man's willing to travel across the country in order for, just for one man and others along with him to, beg, for peace, basically, to stop this insanity. Let's use our minds for good purposes and not for ill-gotten gains. There's ways of doing things that are so much more important than the way we do them now. And this new energy, if the whole world's fighting because of energy, well, this opens up the door for the energy to stop the fighting. So, hopefully, we'll have a lot of support in this. There'll be a lot of positive energy no matter what, and some nervous energy too. No doubt about it. But exciting energy along the way, and like I said, positive vibrations all the way through, and positive intentions. And if we reach one person there, just one person, if I can touch one soul, then I can consider my mission was accomplished. But because the president may or may not acknowledge us, but those that are around us that see the devices are going to be curious as to what we're doing. They're going to want to know how. So even if the president doesn't want to see me, there's going to be a lot of questions pointed at the president in the days to come as to why he didn't want to see such a device. So it's a win-win for us, the way I look at it, for the Keshe Foundation, for humanity all together. A win-win. Look at the people at the square. These people come in and out every day. So just by us being there and representing one nation, one race, and one planet, and peace, and our sole intention is to release humanity from the bondage of enslavement, and I can't think of no better place to do it, and no better place to be.
Thank you very much, Douglas. Is there anything we can add in the background, Vince?
Mr. Keshe, Flint just messaged me that he has a map to show. Is that okay?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Flint.
Let me explain before Flint comes on. We have put a team of people to coordinate and to see this through. If you need anything, you just have to go to the link which is set up for any request on the forum, and the team will respond one way or another. We use the Keshe Foundation forum as a line of communication with all the events, and we use the Zoom throughout from the time Douglas starts. The Zoom Keshe Foundation, the knowledge seekers will run live till we get to the point and the destination and see what happens. We've done this before. If you remember when we did the live test 2 or 3 years ago, we used to leave the camera on that people could see on the live stream what was the test going on. This is another test. This is a test for humanity done 2 or 3 reactors rotating. So we try to, and the team in the background will explain to you how and where, and if you can what do you call it, have a problem, can contact them.
There will be a link on the main website to basically where kind of an active map, and also if there's any updates on the location, we're going to be posting that there. And please make sure to inform everybody on your Facebook or social media, so just the world go out and more people would come. Thank you.
Go ahead, Flint.
See that there?
Yes, we
Okay.
can see the map.
So I just made a generic map here with
Yeah.
the 4 stops that we'll be at.
Who knows? Could you explain to us where they can go? If you want to take the front page and give us the link, please. Okay, and the website, everything will be on. Is it already set up that they can go in? Okay. So when would it be up that they can go in and tell them where they are, where they can come in, and people can adjust their time if they want to join? Let me explain. I received some text or information, people asking. This is not all American. You have 2 or 3 days. Anywhere in the world you can get yourself to Washington, because this is the humanity speaking, not America. This is, if you see a chance, we know people are flying from California, a couple, they already declared that they're flying Washington and make us part of the Keshe Foundation family. This is the time. Those of you who cried for change, the change is on the table. Now we done our work, it's you who has to deliver it. The backbone of the work was the technology. Now the front end, which is for humanity to use it, it depends on you. We have sacrificed a lot. We have worked very hard. The team of the Keshe Foundation has worked relentlessly for the past 3 years to bring to this point. Those of you who cried wolf, now you have to act. You cannot blame no government, because now you are as part of one nation. It's you who's responsible for this nation. You can't say they don't let me do it, because it's you now who is part of the government. It's you who's got to do it. You read at the bottom of this page, you read, even the president can make a plasma generator in the Oval Office. I wonder if the president would like to get his hands dirty. We are, and send these directly to Washington, send these to the office of the president with as many as you like. Don't wait that somebody will do it. Ask everyone on the internet to send the text to Oval Office, send to the White House. On Sunday, we expect the president to be there to accept it, even though we know he will not be there. We don't leave the unit for the office of the president to look at it. He's got to take it, to accept it, and see how it works, and explain to his people he has the tool in his hand to free his nation from the crisis of energy as it's made up to be, as now we are independent. So I wonder how many people will come up to what they said and will be able to deliver it. US Keshe Foundation website will support if you need to reach there. We put people there, we'll be manning it, we'll be there. But please understand, we are here to start a new evolution for man, not to start another revolution and problems. Evolution cannot be fought, but revolution can. And this is an evolution in the science of the man, which with it will bring the revolution in the structure of the society of the man. Will we meet again tomorrow at 10 o'clock to update? We will be there when Douglas starts his trip. We'll be there on the path, and we'll be there when he arrives in Washington. Don't forget, the aim is not to deliver a unit to the White House. It's there to make a marker. We are the new nation. We are the new rulers to rule for ourselves independent of the shackles. You got to understand one thing. If we start a revolution, then they have to fight us. If we start evolution, they become part of us. And this is the point. We meet again tomorrow. What time are you leaving Central European time, Douglas? Douglas, are you there? What time is 2 o'clock a.m. into Central European time, please?
8 a.m. CEST.
So,
Oh, wait.
No, it's different.
No, it's earlier. Sorry. It's 7 a.m.
7 a.m. tomorrow. I said, is it 7 o'clock a.m. Tomorrow morning, which Douglas leaves? Because if he's leaving Saturday 2 a.m., what time is it to us here?
You're 7 ahead of me, sir. So that'd be 9 a.m. your time.
9 a.m. So we start about 8:30 tomorrow to greet you to leave and to give you the farewell. And we start with 2, a husband and wife. And maybe it's the beginning of the Adam and Eve. We'll see where we're going to end up, if we can change the course of humanity. There is something very important for a lot of you to know. In this structure of developing and testing in all sorts of things, Douglas' wife has been always there as a shadow, like Caroline with me. And so we'll see the same procedure that they both arrive in Washington. And I thank you both for such a huge sacrifice. You've done a lot, and in time will tell what we have achieved and how this trip has changed the course of humanity. We come back again at 9 o'clock tomorrow, 8 o'clock tomorrow, sorry, Central European time, and we start the process, and we follow you step by step. Is there anything else anybody wants to add?
Vince, can you explain about the promotional materials that you're going to plan to put on the web regarding flyers and banners and everything that people can print and
It's got to be a small, fast print, because you don't have that much time.
We
I
can
think-
also make the files available so people can do their own printing perhaps and hand out flyers.
Please, the banner you just showed, make use of that for sending across the world on the internet straight away. The banner we just seen with the Douglas and a meeting point, can we go back to it? This becomes the banner, it's very easy. Yeah, and you can add the map, the route on the bottom of it, the path it goes. Somebody wrote, we spoke earlier on, they called it the march. We are not marching, we are delivering. This is a change, and I hope we all can gather to understand it. Use this and print a few and stick it on your cars or give it to the others, or use this as a point on the internet. I think what you need to add at the bottom of this is that we are delivering the first plasma energy unit to the President of the United States on that day at that time. People have to understand what's the purpose of this. why we are meeting there.
Even delivering plasma energy in exchange for world peace is a nice way to say it as well.
Yeah.
A little bit longer, but delivering is a good word there.
You can put at the bottom of it to the White House or to the President of the United States. We go as it is, and just if you can add that up into it, that why we are going to why we're going to Washington to give this to the President, the first plasma energy unit. And I thank you for it. We meet at 8 o'clock tomorrow. We have to bring the change, and it's us who's responsible for it, not the next door, not somebody else. As is the famous say in the White House, the buck stops here. And the buck of humanity and change for peace, as was said by Nixon, stops at the same White House. Thank you very much for today. We'll meet you at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and wish you all the best. If you need anything, contact the Keshe Foundation website and webmasters. We have a team round the clock monitoring this, and we'll be available to help. Thank you indeed.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Keshe. And that'll be the end of the 129th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. And once again, thank you everybody for attending. And stay tuned for more action on the weekend here. Okay, we'll end the live stream for now.